Anyway, that was absolutely brilliant, as we all know. Let's. I better read you out the teams before we get underway with kickoff. It's Arsenal versus Watford at the Emirates. I predicted Arsenal to win this today, no problem. But as for Watford, they are looking for their second win under Claudio Ranieri, their new boss, after sacking Xisco earlier in the season,
which came just after he took over the club in early 2020.
And my Premier League app's been slow again.
A wily old campaigner today in Claudio Ranieri. A Roman against a Centurion. It'll probably be unlikely we'll see Claudio Ranieri get to 100 games as Watford head coach.
I see Saka's playing. I see Dennis is playing.
Strong around the Emirates.
Well, we have kicked off for the time being here in North London. Arsenal looking to go into the top four today.
The last 10 years is just
after Manchester United's 2-0 defeat to Manchester City yesterday. And also, they will be hoping West Ham slip up against Liverpool later on. I hope the opposite. I hope Liverpool slip up because Chelsea failed to win yesterday, which I'm not very happy about. But we didn't lose, though, so I'll take that. But a 1-1 draw at home against Burnley is not a good result. So, I guess the good news is that we will be top of the league after this weekend, no matter what. But it won't be like a comfortable lead if Liverpool win. If Liverpool win, they're 1 point behind us after today. So it's a very close title fight, though. So I will give that. But will be very interesting.
Pretty successful at Everton.
Right.
I think the Italian said
also, at the moment, Everton are playing Tottenham at Goodison Park. Antonio Conte's first game in charge at Tottenham. And also Leeds are playing Leicester at Elland Road right now. Arsenal's lineup is Aaron Ramsdale in goal. Right back is Tomiyasu. Left back is Nuno Tavares. The centre backs are Ben White and Gabriel. Then in midfield, we have Lokonga. And then Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Emile Smith-Rowe, and then Bukayo Saka as well. Saka and Maitland-Niles taking the wings. And then up front, Lacazette and Aubameyang. Likes of Odegaard, Tierney, Pepe, all on the bench. As for Watford, Ben Foster is in goal, a cycling GK. Right back is Kiko Femenia. Left back is Danny Rose. And then Nkulu and Cathcart are the centre-backs. And the midfield includes Ozan Tufan, Moussa Sissoko, Suraj Kuka. And then up front is Ismail Assar, Emmanuel Dennis and Josh King. Kevin Friend is the referee today for this game. So let's see how he does. It's Joe Stafford. Hello, mate. How's it going? Yeah, I saw Joe Stafford on the chat on Monday. Monday Night Live. Basically, I was live streaming Wolves Everton, but my internet was a disaster on Monday night. So hopefully, touch wood, we don't have the same today.
Defensive strategy.
Right, so 3 minutes into the game. What did I predict? What did I predict today for this match? I did predict a home win for Arsenal, no problem. But what was the scoreline I predicted?
Lokonga.
3-0. He is Lacazette and he loses it.
Well, it was there to be hit originally. I thought
3-0 I had.
He had a sight to goal, but decided to cut back inside.
So it depends now if they do that or not.
Here's Gabriel. That's 2 defeats in 3 games for Claudio Ranieri. At defeats, particularly that one last time at home against Southampton, and that ushers what has been a comparatively easy start out of the way. And what they have ahead of them starting today is a really tricky run. Not much time for him to get his feet under the desk before the Premier League's biggest tests follow. Just look at what they have to come.
Yeah, pretty formidable. He's going to need all his experience to try and navigate those fixtures.
King to Femenia. Spaniard restored on the right. 3 changes to the back 4 today.
But no, I'm doing all right, thanks, Joe. Hope everything's well with you.
And that will be a goal kick.
Yeah, right. Nearly 5 minutes in already. This is Ismail Assar having the ball for Watford.
On the ball up against Tavares, who shows good pace.
Tavares does try and win it back there though from Kiko Femenia. That's how it's. I'm an idiot. That's how it's pronounced. Tavares, not Tavares. Oh, for fuck's sake. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, it's a measure of his confidence in the youngster, isn't it?
Here's Ben White for Arsenal.
There's no need to rush Kieran Tierney back into the side.
Yeah, maybe that has happened in the past.
Saka gets dispossessed by Danny Rose. Of course, Danny Rose used to play for Tottenham, so
much focus.
He's known for his time at Spurs, so he definitely has a rivalry with Arsenal, that's for sure.
Save from James Maddison's free kick last week.
Tomiyasu,
Lakonga, League footage, I'm sure.
Gabriel.
Yeah, made it on the front of the programme today.
It's going to be interesting, isn't it? He's still a young man, Aaron Ramsdale. He's obviously hit the heights early on in his Arsenal career.
Yeah, if Arsenal win today, they will go. No, they won't go top 4. Actually, they will stay 5th because they'll be on 20 points. But West Ham's goal difference is far superior to Arsenal's, unless Arsenal absolutely destroy Watford. Lacazette, meanwhile, here's a Aubameyang with a touch. Saka, goal, easy as you like for Arsenal. 6 minutes into the game, and the Gunners already hit the front. The poor defence of Watford, allowing Arsenal to take the lead almost immediately. It's easy from Lacazette. It's easy from Aubameyang. It's easy from Bukayo Saka, and Bukayo Saka puts it in the bottom left corner of the net.
And then he uses the ball really well. Slid into Lacazette. And when it pops up to Aubameyang, you think he's going to hit it first time.
Yeah, no, I thought Aubameyang was going to hit it first time, but he leaves it for Bukayo Saka, goes into the left part of the net.
Ben Foster's looking as if he might be ahead of him. Could be a close one, this.
No way through for Ben Foster. Oh, mind you, they are checking it with VAR. This could be offside, you know.
Well, it's going to be offside here, isn't it?
They might give it offside. So those celebrations from all the Arsenal fans will be evaporating immediately. Kevin Friend has disallowed it. It's no goal. Saka was offside. And to be honest, no, you're right now, Joe. Arsenal's goal got disallowed. So it's not 1-0 to Arsenal. And to be honest, I agree. I thought Saka was offside. Aubameyang should have hit it first time, and they would have been 1-0 up, no problem, and it would have been offside. But no, it's not 1-0 to Arsenal. They have disallowed Bukayo Saka's finish. Kevin Friend has disallowed it, gone to VAR, and no, the North Londoners do not take the lead.
Saka's position was a happy irrelevance.
Yeah, no, he's normally sharp in those situations when there's a goal to be had. Aubameyang.
Ismail Assar pressurising Gabriel. It's a foul, and I think Arsenal will be getting a free kick for this. Of course, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is once again captain for the Gunners.
Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, like he is really enjoying his football. the granddad really of the side, isn't he, at 32, and the side that has an average age of just under 24. Week after week, Arsenal's average age is the youngest in the Premier League this season. Josh Kroenke in that interview with Jeff Shreves a little earlier, talking about how there is the strategy, in inverted commas, of investing in youth. Well, it's paid off, or is paying off, with this young
Gabriel goes
side.
down. Yellow card for Josh King.
Josh King has a little glance as to where his man is and catches him with an elbow.
I don't know if that's enough to be a yellow. Personally, definitely a foul though, no matter what. But then from that angle, it looks like on why it's a yellow.
King, he's got to try and hold it up if he can.
So I see why he's booked at the same time. That's Josh King's second booking of the season.
Where he was fleetingly last season, Everton. So important that they can get him scoring on a more regular basis. And hat-trick, the only time he's scored in his last 19 Premier League appearances coming into this one.
Well, the disallowed goal is a warning for Watford if they needed it. And quickly, aggressively, Arsenal will try and press. So they've got to think quickly, move quickly. The visiting side.
Here's Gabriel.
Gabriel. Ben White.
Tomiyasu.
Short of his 24th birthday.
Lokonga. Lokonga passes it to the left of the pitch. And here's Emile Smith-Rowe. He's been on absolute formidable form for Arsenal so far this season, as has the keeper, Aaron Ramsdale. But meanwhile, here's Saka on the right. Passes it back to Tomiyasu, who crosses it in.
Feminia's header.
And Feminia gets rid of it out of the box. But Arsenal do win it back. Here is Maitland-Niles. You look like you need a haircut. I do. Weirdly, I only had one the other week, but it just grows back really long so quickly. It's very annoying. Maybe it's just because I haven't gelled it yet, and I gel it every day because I look so much better with it gelled. I don't know. Is what it is. Anyway, I'm not too fussed about my appearance. People like me, they don't. If the people like me, they like me. If they don't like me, they don't like me. Right, Emile Smith-Rowe's corner for Arsenal. Ben Foster urging his defence to clear it for the Hornets. Will Arsenal get that one goal lead back? It's cleared away. Here's Saka. Nearly lost it then, Bukayo Saka.
This is Lokonga, the young Belgian international.
Ainsley Maitland-Niles, now Ben White. Yeah, no, I agree, Joe. I think Arsenal have been the better team so far this game. But this is a game they are expected to win as well. Like, if Watford win, it will be a shock for Arsenal. A bit like with us yesterday. We were supposed to blimmin' beat Burnley yesterday, but Chelsea absolutely bottled it. I was watching it with my friend Tom, who's a full-on Burnley supporter. I was praising Rudiger and Thiago Silva, saying, we've got the best defence in the league right now. And then what happens? Vidra equalises for Burnley. Yeah, very frustrating. That's why I hope Liverpool lose today to West Ham. But I think that's unlikely. I've gone with an away win for Liverpool, and I think they will be 1 point behind us after tonight. So, yeah. Arsenal will be joint fourth if they win today. But they won't be fourth because... Arsenal won't be fourth because of their goal difference compared to West Ham. And that's even also likely if West Ham lose to Liverpool today. Unless a thrashing happens. Like more than a thrashing.
We saw here against Aston Villa. Arsenal can really get this.
It could be worse though. It could be Man United after the live stream I did yesterday when they lost 2-0 to Manchester City. And Ollie's really under pressure. Oh yeah, that's the other break. Actually, I'll say it in a minute because Aubameyang's got into the box. cleared away, though, by the Watford defence. Although Aubameyang wins it back, but he goes down in the time being. Arsenal appeal for a free kick, but they don't. I disagree with your opinion there, I'm afraid, Joe, but I can't change opinions, obviously. We can agree to disagree, but I do. But from this weekend, though, I do agree. Well, it's a hard one. We were meant to win the game yesterday, but we just completely blew it. It was just wasteful chances every time. After Havertz scored, he literally missed sitters from time to time, as did Barkley. And then Burnley took advantage of this, having a shot themselves. What happens? They equalise. So, yeah, we got work to do, even though we're top of the league. We've definitely got work to do because there is competition. Liverpool look really good. Manchester City look really good. Manchester City have had the best weekend so far after their victory over Manchester United yesterday. But, United are really under pressure right now with Ollie. But no, that's the breaking news I was going to say. Daniel Farke has been sacked from Norwich, which I completely agree with. The complete correct decision. Yes, I know they beat Brentford yesterday. So it's a bit terrible timing. But he should have been sacked before anyway, because Norwich weren't making any improvements anyway. But Aston Villa have just sacked Dean Smith. So they've also got a new manager to look at, because Aston Villa have had now 5 defeats in a row, and they've just sacked Dean Smith. So I don't know who they're going to get as his replacement.
From Dennis, shot from Lokonga.
Shot from Lokonga, meanwhile, goes wide, off target.
Well, it was a pretty easy one in the end.
Yeah, no, this was definitely offside. Saka's definitely offside. Aubameyang should have hit it first time.
He would have probably scored.
But he took the touch way too long. I do rate that celebration, though, from Saka and Smith Rowe. But no, Saka was offside. It was a good goal, good finish, but he was offside. It was the correct decision by VAR.
Smith Rowe losing out to Femenia.
As much as I can't stand VAR, that was the right decision.
Foster is a fixture in the starting lineup now ahead of the Austrian international Bachmann. It's the 7th Premier League row in the start in a row rather.
Saka is chasing
experienced goalkeeper
Ozan Tufan.
Brings up here. Did that come off the hand of Tommy Yashu? Watford are claiming it did.
I think it did, but he's right on top of it. Tommy Yashu.
Danny Rose is throwing. He's getting cheers from the Arsenal fans. No surprise there in a way. The amount of seasons he's been at Tottenham Hotspur.
He scored 10 minutes into the first.
Danny Rose's throw.
The old White Hart Lane. Off the back of Saka.
One of the important moments these for Watford. Set pieces. We'll try and make the most of them.
It's going to be a throw-in. Coming together there between Lacazette and Dennis. Lacazette just coming down on the top of the foot.
Dennis stays down.
Kevin Friend there, just a couple of yards away. He's been in good form now, hasn't he, Lacazette? Lots of Arsenal fans wondering whether the club are going to offer him a new contract.
Yeah, his future's in speculation, isn't it, Lacazette? Especially after the last few seasons, he's really been like, we don't know where he's going after this season. Tell you what, his equaliser against Crystal Palace, though, the other week, when Arsenal nearly slipped up the lead, losing 2-1 down, to come back and draw 2-2 right at the end. He really delivered that in stoppage time in that minute. Here's Gabriel. Ben White. Goes down. Oh, and Kevin Friend's given a free kick to Arsenal. Josh King looks disgusted.
Musa Sissoko, another former Tottenham player in this Watford side.
Of course, he's another former Tottenham player, isn't he? Musa Sissoko. He didn't have the greatest of spells at Spurs, in my opinion. He was better for me at Newcastle before Tottenham. But he is playing for Watford at the moment against Tottenham's biggest rivals, of course. That is Arsenal. Yeah, no, I would, Joe, but
Tommy Ashu.
my main man Josh isn't here. He's gone home for the week in Sussex.
Tavares.
I should have got him to join yesterday for Man City. He would have been very angry. He's a United fan, so he's very unhappy at the moment. Here's Saka crossing it in, trying to find Emil Smith-Rowe.
This is Tavares.
And Emil Smith-Rowe doesn't get it in. I do have a friend here who is an Arsenal fan called Tom, but he's going through a few things at the moment, so he's a bit busy at the moment. But if he had nothing on, he would have joined me. Yeah, he's a big Arsenal fan. Saka loses the ball, and now Watford go on the attack.
Anything more sinister than that. And possession is back, not for long. In snaps Kuchka.
Here is Kuka. He goes down. Oh, and he tangles with Lokonga. We got Lokonga pushes him in retaliation. And he's at the moment clash there between the Arsenal and Watford players, but Lokonga gets booked for it.
Getting his team out of trouble, trying to get him on the pitch.
Lokonga gets booked for the challenge.
Laba Lokonga, I think, is the one who has had his name taken here by Kevin Friend.
Yeah, I think he was just...
That's Lokonga's fourth booking of the season.
Getting up and carrying on. I mean, it was a foul to start off with. And Kuchka's got hold of Lokonga.
Why isn't Kuchka? That's how you say it, isn't it? Why isn't Kuchka booked as well? He literally grabs Lokonga's shirt at the same time. Why is Lokonga just being booked? Both players should be booked for that.
The injury.
Why has Kuchka not been booked for that?
Lokonga just trying to get goal side, can't manage it.
But look at that! Look at that! How is he not booked for that?
He's booked for that initial challenge.
Meanwhile, Emmanuel Dennis goes on the sidelines.
They will not want to lose him. It doesn't look like they're going to have to.
Lokonga's been booked, rightly so, but how was Kuchka not booked either? I don't get that. But either way, Watford's got a free kick. And Tufan takes it, and it goes wide. Saka. Now Tomiyasu. Arsenal's new right back this season, replacing Hector Bellerin in the team. The man from Japan, Takiro Tomiyasu. He was voted Player of the Month for September for Arsenal. And to be honest, I think he's had a bright start to the season. I do rate Tomiyasu. I really do. Speaking of which, here he is again. He passes it back to Ben White. And now here's Gabriel. Nuno Tavares still standing in for Kieran Tierney in the left-back position for Arsenal. Kieran Tierney's on the bench at the moment as Arsenal give it away. 22 minutes gone. It's still goalless here at the Emirates.
Lurking on the edge of the box. In that vicinity as well. This is Sissoko.
Here's Sissoko.
The Turkish international, Ozan Tufan.
Not been the best of years, though, for Turkey, for Ozan Tufan, after Turkey got knocked out of the Euros immediately. Here's Danny Rose. Emmanuel Dennis taking on Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu wins it off Emmanuel Dennis. And then Saka collides with Dennis. Referee says play on.
Chance up until now, Dennis, to have a go at his man, Tomiyasu.
Here's Emil Smith-Rowe.
Watford seen a bit more of the ball last few minutes.
Lokonga. The Arsenal fans cheering on their team. And not to sound a little bit biased, or anything, but That's not like the Arsenal fans these days. That's the loudest I've heard them in a long while. So.
There is the new face in the Watford starting lineup, Nicholas Nkulu. He's experienced. His last league start actually was for his former club Torino back in May against Lazio. Kept a clean sheet on that occasion. As part of a back five, deferred to the Nigerian international William Troost-Ekong.
Gabriel. Ben White.
Yeah, shaping up to be the kind of contest.
I mean, look how much Arsenal have been the better team already. Two shots on target and possession already easily better than Watford, and also touches in the opposite box.
He's used the same carrot, hasn't he, Claudio Ranieri, for his players that he used Leicester City. Clean sheet, and I'll take you out for a pizza. Hasn't had to dip into his pocket yet, though. Well, even in that title-winning season with Leicester, he couldn't get the win against
Claudio Ranieri never won in 11 Premier League games versus Arsenal as a manager. Will that change today?
The game here at the Emirates for helping them realise that they were going to win the title. Such were Arsenal's celebrations when they scored the late winner. So that gave them the real belief that they could kick on and finish the job off, which they duly did. Arsenal were contenders at that stage.
It was a Danny Welbeck goal, wasn't it?
It was, late on.
Well, the Gunners have got a while to go before I think they're going to become title challengers, but certainly heading in the right direction.
Free kick Arsenal.
Here, wouldn't harm at all. But it might be a day for patience.
Danny Rose fouls Bukayo Saka.
Yeah, both players with the feet up, but Rose catching his man. The old v the young on that side.
It's a good unbeaten run there for Arsenal, isn't it? Unbeaten in their last 7 Premier League games. It's 9 in all competitions. Actively 2 months of improvement as Mikel Arteta's side has.
Hang on a second. There's something I've just worked out here.
Ugly duckling, looking much more like a Premier League swan.
Well, the fact they could go fourth today if West Ham lose tells you everything about how things have got better as this season has worn on.
A couple of other 2 o'clock kickoffs in the Premier League today. Leeds at home to Leicester, and Rafinha, his 5th Premier League goal of the season, he's given them the lead. Lokonga, Maitland-Niles.
Tomiyasu.
Very well manned Watford defence, frustrating Arsenal. They've got a free kick here, challenged by Emmanuel Dennis.
I don't know whether they would have wanted an advantage or the free kick. I think Saka wanted play to continue.
Arsenal's free kick once more.
With White and Gabriel and Tavares, there's some decent height in this.
No, they are being frustrated here because, especially if they want to get into, if they want to fight for the top 4 spots. Watford are one of the favourites to be relegated this season, and I'll tell you what, 0-0 at the moment. That's a decent result for Watford so far. As Lokonga takes a shot, it gets deflected straight away and it goes out of the box. But Smith Rowe tries to bring it back in. But Watford win it back.
No harm done as he collided with Cathcart.
Meanwhile, there is a score update at Ellen Road. It's currently Leeds 1, Leicester 1. Leicester have just equalised under Harvey Barnes. 28 minutes into the game.
Ismail Assar's come across to the left and drawn the foul, which results in a yellow card.
Hey Kieran, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm sure Sarnett will
How you doing, mate?
Have another go at him.
Ismail Assar goes down. Meanwhile, Tomiyasu gets booked. Meanwhile, free kick to Watford. Nearly half an hour played.
In North London, low November sunshines. We're in the eyes of Aaron Ramsdale here. Tavares and Smith Rowe.
Smith Rowe tries to break clear for the Gunners, but no way through.
Coming through the back of Lacazette. And you can't do that. And if you do that, that's the result.
Yellow card.
Well, Kuczka is not the type of player that would want to be on a yellow card.
I mean, Kuczka should have been booked anyway.
Not all of them fair. Certainly that
So
one wasn't.
now he's actually got a yellow card. He should have had a yellow card anyway.
Just going to be tempered a bit. He is such an aggressive type player.
He's a midfield hatchet man.
So we are. Gerard Kuczka's third booking of the season. Saka tries to break it clear for Arsenal. Lacazette, it goes straight to Ben Foster.
See his intention, but the execution wasn't quite what it needed to be.
Yeah. He was attempting a difficult ball, to be fair. Picking it around the corner to Aubameyang. He has a glance up, I think he just comes off his toe.
And White goes down,
Too flat.
and Arsenal look to get a free kick from
Well,
this.
in fact, there's loads of stoppages, loads of fouls in this match. Won't upset Watford too much, trying to disrupt Arsenal's rhythm.
Well, that's the first time we've been called a bellend. Any advice?
Curious season of highs and lows. And slightly after that,
Anyway, here's Lokonga.
Against Aston Villa on their return to the Premier League, then really poor performance in many departments.
Lacazette. That's went straight to Danny Rose, and the Gunners win a throw-in for that.
Inspired Liverpool and going to Everton and hitting 5 goals.
Gabriel.
Yeah, no one saw that one coming at Goodison Park. All happened in the last 10 minutes.
They were 2-1 down with 12 minutes to go.
Tomiyasu.
Lacazette.
Saka under-hit the last one when Lacazette tried to help it on.
Well, Emile Smith-Rowe has been talking recently about the importance of him.
Can Arsenal make it 7? They've had more set-piece goals scored than anyone in the Premier League so far this season, ahead of Brentford, Chelsea, Liverpool and Wolves, all on 5. Arsenal currently on 6. Can they make it 7? The answer to that is no. Although Maitland-Niles makes a shot and it goes wide, Lacazette goes down. Arsenal appeal for a penalty. But play on, says that Kevin Friend. It is a penalty. Arsenal do get a penalty and they could take the lead here. Danny Rose looks furious, and Kulu looks furious. But Lacazette's down, and Kevin Friend has given the Gunners a penalty here. And the home side could take the lead once more. Even though they did last time out, it was disallowed offside because Saka was offside.
I mean, he's looking at the ball, Rose, but he certainly...
Yeah, that's a penalty. That is a penalty.
With his arm as well.
Thanks, Cool Coder 53. Thanks, Kieran. Cheers, mate.
Just expect better from the player and Rose's experience. You really do.
No doubt about the penalty. The question mark is whether there is any further punishment to be meted out for that. The VAR is Jared Gillett.
And Aubameyang's going to take it.
He feels dropped there because he certainly didn't get the ball and he got a whole load of Lacazette.
The last home game, we saw a penalty saved by Emi Martinez and scored from the rebound.
I mean, Aubameyang should be scoring. I mean, look at his record for penalties: 3 scored, 1 missed. So he should be scoring this. Can the cycling GK Ben Foster pull off an amazing save?
Against Foster.
Here we go. Foster saved it. Ben Foster has saved it. That was absolutely incredible. He has kept Watford in the game. And Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has a second miss of all his penalties he's taken for Arsenal. Absolutely incredible from the Watford number 1. And the Hornets stay in the game. What a save from Ben Foster.
Shows the agility to still get something in the way.
That's really frustrated Arsenal now.
Big moment in the match, 10 minutes before half-time. The sort of moment that will give Watford ever more confidence that they can come away from here with something. Very rare they do that, just one Premier League win on this part of North London. He's never had a Premier League win in this part of North London. The only career win he has had.
Imagine if Watford win today. That'd be amazing.
Champions League quarter-final back in 2004.
Smith Rowe loses it.
Too far.
Emmanuel Dennis tries to cross it towards the goal. It gets deflected off the Arsenal defence.
Well, 38 years of age, he's still got it in Ben Foster. Combination of the knee and the arm does the business.
There's a goal for Birmingham City, wasn't he, for their League Cup win against Arsenal back in 2011, 10 years ago. Tufan with the Watford corner.
Watford's corner, and it's gone out the box. Here's Tufan. Off the back of Lacazette. And as a result, as I hear jeers in the background, as a result, it is a throw into Watford, and Danny Rose is taking the throw. Oh, no wonder I'm hearing jeers in the background then.
He's got away with one now. So have Watford. Fair to see their veteran keeper.
Saka tries to clear it for Arsenal, but it goes straight
Rose
to the possession of the Hornets. Lacazette wins it back though, and here's Emil Smith Rowe on the attack. And now here's Tavares.
And now he is up and running.
He's giving it away.
It's a frustration about the Arsenal
Is Lokonga.
his 100th game in charge.
Emil Smith-Rowe.
That's delightful from Smith-Rowe.
Lacazette leaves it to Maitland-Niles. Can Saka take this Watford defence on? Tomiyasu crosses it in.
Tavares
and Tavares's header goes over.
On the distance, but you just get the feeling with Arsenal, if they do move the ball out, they can.
Yes, Joe. Fixture City. Yeah, that's me. I somehow come up with that name because I didn't know what else to think of. I think another YouTube name that I tried to think of football related would have looked really bad. Otherwise, I would have copied someone like, I don't know, Mark Goldbridge or expressions. Read the message above. Yeah, no, it's what a save. I know Foster's save was amazing. That's absolutely superb. I'm so glad. I mean, it's for the game as well, and especially as a neutral. It just keeps Watford in the game. The other message. Which one? Wow, or any of the stuff Call Coda 53 has said. Meanwhile, and that was so close. That went so wide. That was just wide then. Nearly 1-0 to Watford.
Arsenal feeling it should have been a foul. Kushka showing that aggressive side to the benefit of his team, and a bubbly one.
And the man that's been booked, Kuchka, nearly puts the Hornets in front.
He was one of the other scorers, as well as the hat-trick. Joshua King up at Goodison Park. Significantly, Watford's best moment of this first half in front of goal. King.
Watford's corner. Oh, no, not quite. Cleared away.
Right up on the far side.
I don't know if they got a set piece coach, but this one was off the training ground. Rose didn't quite catch it though.
Not quite any work for Ramsdale though, who's been on absolute fire. The Arsenal goalkeeper replacing Bernd Leno in that team.
Claudio Ranieri is some long-standing lieutenant. Paolo Benetti is actually Claudio Ranieri's brother-in-law. It's very much part of the setup for most of the last 20 years for Claudio Ranieri's managerial career. Was at Leicester with him as well.
Ben White, Gabriel. Watford have had more possession the last 5 minutes.
Last 5 for Watford.
They've looked better this part of the first half than they have.
That's what the Arsenal fans were claiming.
For the rest of the game so far. Really frustrated the Gunners.
Tomiyasu.
They've come out here, Watford, with the intention of being physical to try and get close to the Arsenal players.
Lacazette goes down but gets straight back up. But Arsenal win a free kick anyway, as Kevin Friend blows the whistle.
It's an intentional trick. The Maestie's got away with that.
Yeah, it's just a foul.
Nowhere near the ball.
3 minutes till added time and then half time.
Arsenal, who do, of course, have their set-piece coach, Nicolas Jova.
Smith-Rowe's free kick.
Enough height on that for Kuchka to get underneath it. Nuno Tavares, the young Portuguese. Tomiyasu was there, but so too Danny Rose.
Yeah, lovely ball in that. Deserved better.
Just over 2 minutes left in the first half.
Saka's corner.
Saka to swing it in.
Header saved by Foster to keep Watford in the game once more.
Well, what a save that was. Gabriel with a header.
Here's Aubameyang.
Gabriel still in there.
Still looking for a goal here, Arsenal. They're really frustrated, Arsenal here, Watford. He's been magnificent these last few minutes, Ben Foster.
That Watford have been waiting for.
I mean, when you head it down like this, it's so difficult for the keeper, but he moves his feet well and quickly.
Smith Rowe did some superb covering back there because that was rolling in towards Joshua King.
Here is Josh King.
Benefit of the bounce there for Sarr. Challenge from Maitland-Niles, not doing worthy of any attention.
All right. See you later, Joe. Have a good one.
The Feminier is Arsenal free kick.
Well, the old fouls are totted up here.
Nearly half time.
As we approach half-time, draw the conclusion that Watford's game plan is working rather better than Arsenal's.
Saka.
Containment, just about snuffing out creation. We have live WS action for you tonight involving Arsenal.
Remember, later on we have got West Ham against Liverpool now. As it's now half time, nearly, and it's 3 minutes into 3 minutes of added time before half time. I just want to check the scores between everyone else. It is still 0-0 at Goodison Park between Everton and Tottenham in Antonio Conte's first game in charge. Back to the Emirates, though. Here's Lokonga for Arsenal.
Smith Rowe seeking a gap that wasn't there. Now Dennis.
Lacazette tries to win it back, but Emmanuel Dennis keeps the ball for Watford.
Ainsley Maitland-Niles gets his body in the way and does well. The Arsenal disallowed goal came from Ainsley Maitland-Niles winning it back, but Kutska ensuring they couldn't build any momentum there. It's Nicholas Nkulu who is in need of some attention. It's actually no, it's Musa Sissoko. Let's have a look at what happened to him, why he is stricken.
Well, did he just tread on his toe on the follow through there, Smith Rowe?
I think he's going to stay goalless for half time. Is Lokonga. Maitland-Niles.
Maitland-Niles.
He's given it away.
Runs around the Emirates as it's intercepted by Feminier.
Surely a minute now till half time.
Tavares on the left side there, he's done okay, but you just wonder whether Kieran Tierney's extra quality, his ability to put balls into the box might help Arsenal in the second half.
Lokonga.
Kutska. Dennis. Kutska goes down. And up goes the flag.
Very close to half time here.
To go down, but they just want to get to half time now, Watford.
It's half time. It's 0-0 as it stands. A terrific end of the first half performance by Ben Foster to deny Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's penalty.
from the penalty spot.
Arsenal did take the lead, though, through Bukayo Saka, but Bukayo Saka was offside. And it has been a very frustrating first half for Arsenal. And as it stands, half-time, it is goalless here at the Emirates. Arsenal 0, Watford 0. And we will have the second half coming on very shortly. Well, when I say that, about 10, 15 minutes. Right, I wonder what the pundits are going to say about that first half performance.
Redknapp at the London Stadium for West Ham, Liverpool later, and Arsenal did have the ball in the back of the net, Jack.
But when they actually reflect on this, there was actually a really good chance for Aubameyang.
Yeah, he'll know. Ainsley's done brilliant there. He's been aggressive the whole game. Great ball. Yeah, he'll know.
They have played well, Arsenal. It's just been frustrating that they haven't taken the lead,
He does bring it down.
especially with that penalty miss that Aubameyang
Yeah,
had.
100%. He'll know though. He's a top striker. And yeah, on another day he'll put that in. I mean, I even think he could have. Look, Saka sort of nicked it off him a little bit, but he had to. I think.
Yeah, Ben Foster playing the offside trap with great success.
He's had a good half.
He's had a good half, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So it's a penalty as well, but what about the challenge that led to it, Jamie?
Danny Rose has had a really tough first half. I think if you're Claudio Ranieri, you may be looking at making a change. Saka's caused him so many problems, and that is just, I have almost no words. It's a ridiculous challenge in the box. He's been rash. He should have been booked for that. It could have been booked just after. And these are the decisions you make as a player. And when you sit, you're in the box, you just got to just let that one go. Don't dive into tackle. Lacazette is going nowhere. There is absolutely no point getting involved. But what Watford have done is they've been aggressive. They've disrupted.
They have been aggressive. I completely agree with Jamie Redknapp. They have been aggressive.
They've hardly been in place. So you have to a certain extent, congratulate Watford for that.
Were you a little bit surprised, Jack, that it was Aubameyang stepping up rather than Lacazette was on the pitch?
A little bit, but he's the penalty taker. I mean, I know he missed the last one, put in the rebound, but he's a goal scorer, he's a striker. He sees them opportunities as big chances. I mean, it's a great save, by the way, by Ben Foster.
It's a wonderful save by Ben Foster.
Take a penalty as well, so they might have things like that next time.
This was an even better save, Jack, wasn't it? This is brilliant.
38 years old, Jamie.
He's amazing. Amazing. Works his feet. He's so agile. As you're going down there, that he's got players in front of him. It's brilliant. That's anticipation. That's knowledge of the game. But they've kept themselves in it, Watford. It's not been a pretty performance.
They have kept
a really
themselves in it.
Big chance here as well. Kutcher gets involved. Lovely bit of play. Ben White does all right. Just gets a slight deflection on it. But that's the sort of game that feels, Jack.
He's been good. He's been aggressive in the field. I mean, that's Watford's game plan. You can see it. They're trying to stop counter-attacks. I'd like to see Ben White step in more, like he's done in the previous games, where he breaks a line and that like disrupts teams and it can cause teams real problems. And I think he needs to do a bit more of that.
Yeah. There is a threat there from Watford, but they are halfway to keeping their first clean sheet of this Premier League season, and that would mean a slap-up meal courtesy of their manager Claudio Ranieri. They've got the keeper to thank so far. Great heart from Ben Foster.
You'll never stop this thing. I'll never let you go.
Rono E-Tech, reuniting fans with the Premier League of Sky Sports.
Now on Sky Sports, get ready to experience the new streaming TV from Sky, Sky Glass.
Hello Sky, play Sky Sports F1. Hello Sky!
Oh, hang on. Hang on.
The streaming TV from Sky with 6.
Right. There's Lazenby for F1. That'll be on later on. Mexico Grand Prix.
Mexico City Grand Prix today, 5:30. Sky Sports F1.
Race starts 7 p.m. That's straight after. That's straight after the end of West Ham Liverpool. Right.
And they extend their 100% start against West Ham, who are 6th. That's 6:30 this evening on Sky Sports Football. The men's side struggling a bit so far this afternoon. Foster has been formidable.
Oh, no, he has been formidable. Brilliant, Ben Foster.
Looking for more in this, his 100th game in charge of the Gunners. As Jack Wilshere is today, but to have this live critique as well from your former
West Ham Liverpool
while you're going along does make life even more difficult. West Ham United up against Liverpool at 4:30 this afternoon. Well, Jack, what have you made of this first half so far? Do you want to see more from Arsenal?
Second half coming underway.
Like I said before, I want to see Ben White step in. I think like when a team sets up as Watford are, you can pass it around and move them, but to step in and disrupt them makes a big difference. And I think if he does that, it'll pull players out.
Get that ball out to Bukayo Saka as
Yeah,
well.
get Saka against Rose, get Emile Smith-Rowe in the pocket, turn in Bamian running behind a bit more, and just a little bit more energy.
Important 45 minutes ahead then for Mikel Arteta and his side. Alan Smith and Bill Leslie.
It'll be Rob Hawthorne for Liverpool, I reckon. West Ham.
But no half-time changes to tell you about, and I'm sure
no half-time changes for the second half.
Of the same. A few moments of concern, a few missed opportunities, certainly for Arsenal. None more so than the penalty miss or penalty save, whichever way you want to look at it.
Right, second half's underway here at the Emirates. It's Arsenal versus Watford.
Against Shrewsbury 17 years ago has been the toast of the Hornets in the first half on the occasion of his 500th career appearance. And it's another landmark if he can see through this one with a clean sheet and get Watford their first clean sheet in 21 Premier League games. And that would be a 50th clean sheet for the club. Long way to go. Sure, there will be more examinations that Arsenal will throw at them, but what do Arsenal need to do, Alan? Step it up, a bit more intensity?
Yeah, as always, against a team that's defending deep, defending in numbers, move the ball.
Ramsdale, Tomiyasu, Tavares, White, Gabriel, Maitland-Niles, Lokonga.
That's why I mentioned Kieran Tierney towards the end.
Saka, Lacazette, Smith-Rowe and Aubameyang. That is Arsenal's team, just as a reminder. Watford's team, Foster,
a bit of quality from out wide.
Femenia, Danny Rose, Nkulu, Cathcart,
Getting in behind.
Sarr, Tufan, Sissoko, Kuchka, Emmanuel Dennis, Ismail Assar, Josh King, Mr. Sissoko, yeah.
Tees it up for Lokonga.
Straight to Foster. Straight to Foster from Lokonga. More frustration from the Arsenal players.
Saka doing his best to achieve exactly that. Wonder if he's just going to swivel Lacazette and have a go himself.
Tomiyasu for Saka.
Where's my drink?
We'll find Lacazette.
Okay, all right, that'll do. That'll do for the time being.
So good, weren't they, in that first half an hour at the King Power Stadium last time out at Arsenal? That sort of intensity that Leicester couldn't live with on their own turf. Tap into that here, I wonder, and find a way beyond what has been a dogged and determined Watford show so far. Kulu sweeps away.
Oh, it's gone all blurry. Oh dear. The quality will resume soon.
Offside.
One or two decent options off the bench. Should you need them, the likes of Odegaard and Pepe and Ketia Martinelli. Attacking options.
It's a good-looking Arsenal bench, isn't it? Even though Thomas Partey is the most high-profile absentee that we might have expected to feature here. The man deputising for him today in the Arsenal engine room, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, has had a pretty strong showing so far. It's a comparatively rare opportunity. The win against Norwich, the only other Premier League game he started, he was also in there alongside Robert Sambi Lokonga in that game.
Right, an early run there, Smith Rowe. A better ball than he might have had a chance to get it in. Not been one of his most dominant performances so far.
Femini is throwing.
Saka. Lokonga. Now Lacazette. Still Lacazette. He's found Smith Rowe, or nearly did, and Kulu in short, that didn't happen. Tavares showed just a little bit too much to Kutska.
Yeah, as he get in the box here, Watford did well not to commit themselves to sticking out a toe and fouling.
He's on a good run of goals, Alex Lacazette, in that he's got 8 in his last 11 starts. But since he's come back into the side in this last couple of games, the recent purple patch that Arsenal have had, the role he's playing slightly deeper means that he hasn't had many options to get a shot away on goal, let alone score. With a 100% penalty record for Arsenal. Interesting to see if they do get another one where he takes over the duties from the man playing just in front of him, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who missed from the spot in the first half.
Ben White.
Maitland-Niles. Saka. Spots the
Here we go.
Nearly.
Whew.
Yeah, they are difficult to pick up those runs when
Once again, not quite for Arsenal.
it's well judged as well. He's got the space to run into, hasn't he, Smith Rowe?
Aubameyang's been booked.
He's trying to do his bit running
For
back.
that, oh dear. Yeah, I see
Doesn't
why.
get the ball, the bucket's always going to follow.
Arsenal's third yellow card of the afternoon. James Lokonga and Tommy Ashu in Kevin Friend's notebook. King having to battle to get change out of Gabriel. Sure, it didn't escape the notice of Claudio Ranieri what happened across London at Stamford Bridge yesterday, where Burnley put in a really dogged performance, stayed in the match, and then took points off Chelsea to stop them building up that stronger lead at the top of the table.
Chance for Watford goes wide.
The shot was not caught as it might have been by Emmanuel Dennis.
Yeah, picked out well by Sissoko. Really neat ball. That first touch had to be spot on, and it wasn't quite. Neither was the second.
See, Watford, courtesy of the Goodison Five, have scored the same number of goals as Arsenal have this season. 12 apiece. Sissoko claiming that it was not
Yellow card for Sissoko.
a challenge that deserved a yellow card. Kevin Friend with a different opinion.
I mean, this tactic of just trying to stop Arsenal in the tracks, fouling, it is a tactic that's more and more difficult to continue as the match wears on. If you start picking up yellow cards.
Lokonga.
Flaminia.
Tavares is crossed. It's come to Bukayo Saka. It's Tomiyasu with the shot. It's blocked. It's Kuchka. Femenia. Kuchka tries to clear it.
Sissoko trying to find King, and instead gifting it back to his host.
Lokonga.
Saka. Rose halted insufficiently for reinforcements to arrive. King. Stars in space down this right-hand side.
It's Tomiyasu, and it goes straight to Aaron Ramsdale. Maitland-Niles wins it, and Arsenal keep the ball at the same time.
And Maitland-Niles keeps hold. Lokonga.
It's Lokonga.
Lokonga's kept hold of it. Strong challenge though. Two fans still down. Arsenal still going.
Oh, and Saka's giving it away to Danny Rose. But however, Ozan Tufan just about gets up.
Lokonga playing the ball out wide, maybe just catching Ozan Tufan.
Saka. Lacazette.
Oh, Aubameyang could have made it 1-0 then.
One back by White.
It's Ben White.
Still White.
Smith Rowe. He's done it. Arsenal take the lead. Emile Smith Rowe fires Arsenal in front. And the Gunners finally get the breakthrough that they really needed for them. It's that man again, number 10, Emile Smith Rowe. And the home side get the breakthrough as Ismaila Sarr stays down. It's Arsenal 1, Watford 0. Kuchka gives it away. It's all Kuchka's fault, although Ismaila Sarr does stay down. But Emile Smith Rowe takes advantage. And the Gunners hit the front.
Might have got a deflection on the way to receive Foster, but It's the power from the youngster that has put his team in front. Yeah. It's been a long time coming.
He's done it. He joined an elite gang as well of scoring in 3 successive Premier League games for Arsenal. Only 3 Arsenal players aged 21 or under have done it. Nicolas Anelka, Antonio Reyes, and Cesc Fabregas. Add to that list Emil Smith-Rowe.
Brilliant by Emil Smith-Rowe.
It's one of those games the fans here might have just been beginning to fear wasn't going to go their way. But when you've got that kind of talent, you've always got a chance.
One positive for Claudio Ranieri is that he won't have to put his hand in his pocket for that meal out for his team, but I'm sure he would happily have done so. So the wait goes on. 21 Premier League games and counting. Most of those, of course, not on his watch. But Watford's defence, yet again, unable to contain.
That was, I thought that was a foul, mate. Then Niles going into side. Ben White finding himself high on the pitch.
It was a deflector as well, but he has been on fire, Emil Smith-Rowe. And he does get his goal. Just gone 58 minutes, and as it stands, it's Arsenal 1, Watford 0.
Discussion there between Musa Sissoko and Alex Lacazette.
Yeah, I don't know if it's that challenge by Maitland-Niles that the Watford captain's not happy about.
A call that's required. And Watford captain Musa Sissoko is among their numbers who've been booked. Well, the Premier League's first half scoring specialists, Arsenal have had to wait till 10 minutes into the second to find a way through. Now that they have it, can they hold it?
Well, the game should open up a bit more now, which should benefit his players.
So as it stands, this will put Arsenal level on points with West Ham for 4th place, but they will be 5th because
this is the Conga.
They will be 5th because West Ham have a much better goal difference at the moment. But Arsenal will be going ahead of Manchester United in the table as it stands.
Back to the Portuguese fullback. Lacazette.
Here's Lacazette. Arsenal now look to make it 2.
Now Lokonga. And King.
Here's Josh King for Watford.
Well, King is fouled. Watford think so anyway. Cameron Friend letting play go on.
He does, as the Watford player stays down.
Smith-Rowe booting it out.
Josh King.
In this game, aren't there?
Yeah. Certainly have. Yeah, it's just an accidental collision with Gabriel, it looks to me like. But he's had a lonely time of it, Josh King.
The Arsenal
now
backs.
he needs more support. They're going to get back in this match.
Well, a change in the scoreline signals a change of personnel for Watford. Pedro, who was among the
There's João Pedro.
who lost their place in the side that started the defeat against Southampton last time out, is going to come on here. And Ozan Tufan is the one to make way.
Well,
João Pedro comes on for Ozan Tufan. 62 minutes nearly into the game.
A man who's had a difficult week following a family bereavement. João Pedro. Tommy Asher makes the challenge. White with the
Arsenal
clearance.
try and clear it with Ben White. Here's Smith Rowe.
Smith Rowe. A touch from Kuchka.
Dispossessed
Sissoko.
by Sissoko.
all of a sudden there's three. Watford players waiting for the ball in the box as opposed to one.
Yeah, you can already sense there's a little more adventure about the way that Watford are going about their business. It's more of a pair in midfield now, isn't it? With Kuchka and Sissoko alongside each other to allow a front four effectively. In with a line of three behind him. João Pedro central, Sarr to the right, and Dennis to the left.
Aubameyang.
Nice ball from Ramsdale.
Slightly nervous moment for Foster as he saw it run under his boot. Kulu. João Pedro. Sarr's cross. Danny Rose. Back to Dennis.
It's Tomiyasu now for Arsenal.
Sissoko. Tracked by Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Will be a Watford throw. And White doing exactly what's required. Further frustration for Josh King. Who, as you said, Alan, at least has a few mates around him. Good lead by White. Good energy, as usual, from Smith Rowe to get it back to Tavares. Well, Mikel Arteta and Arsenal will certainly hope that there's now that need for further Watford adventure, which will play in many ways into their hands to get, in particular, those players like Saka and Smith Rowe on the flanks. More heartily involved.
He's had a good game, Ben White, today.
Tomiyasu's still running with it, trying to find a Aubameyang, but it's just too long and too easy for Watford to not concede. Femini is going to take a throw in for the Hornets.
trying to play a bit more centrally now. Ismail Issar get closer to Josh King.
Here's Tomiyasu.
Saka.
Saka.
Oh, nearly 2. That time, that was a brilliant pass.
Well, look at his expression, tells us exactly how close he thinks that one was.
Aubameyang nearly doubles Arsenal's lead. But it goes straight to the gloves of Ben Foster.
It's an easy ball for Saka.
Lokonga. Let's check the scores for the other games. It's still 1-1 at Ellen Road between Leeds and Leicester, and it's still 0-0 at Goodison Park between Everton and Tottenham. But Tottenham's North London rivals are leading 1-0 at the moment. Arsenal against Watford.
About Watford can come through the flanks, even though Ismail Issar hasn't really been in the sort of form.
Right, Lacazette's about to make way for number 8, Martin Odegaard. Arsenal signing from Real Madrid. As the Gunners fans applaud Lacazette's performance today. And I'd say just in general as well.
But it changes the dynamic of Arsenal's attacking now with Odegaard.
And the Norwegian, Martin Odegaard, comes on. The man who plays with Erling Haaland in the Norwegian team. He comes on for Lacazette. Number 8 comes on for number 9. No, yeah, number 8 comes on for number 9. What the hell am I talking about? Yeah, that's true.
Low up with his introduction. Man in his 30s, replaced by 22-year-old Norwegian. Kutska. Sissoko. Rose. That's a topic of some discussion amongst Watford fans as to exactly what their best defence looks like with the players they have at their disposal. They have got a couple of players out injured at the back, notably Christian Cabaselli. It may well be an area.
Here's Ismail Issar, who goes down.
Which is the Watford board to invest come January. So the fragility of a 1-0 scoreline will be tested.
I'm not sure about the award of this free kick, but it gives Watford a more than decent chance to work this Arsenal team.
Rose the deliverer, Tomiyasu the clearer. Looks like Watford are preparing another change. Odegaard nearly stealing it away from Nkulu. Cucho Hernandez, who made such an impact off the bench with that goal on day one against Aston Villa, is going to come off it again here. Jean Pedro. long strike. Nearly came out to Kutska. Nearly back with King. But body in the way. And a good bit of defending means Arsenal have the free kick.
Yeah, important bit of defending from Aubameyang there.
I thought he looked like Troops then for a
King.
second.
Caught
Josh
this
King.
volley okay. I don't think it would have beaten Ramsdale.
Lukonga.
It's Lukonga. Odegaard.
Saka.
Can Arsenal double their lead? Odegaard's got all the space. Has a shot. It's two. I was going to say, I think that was offside. Aubameyang got the touch.
Well, he certainly made a play for the ball, even if he didn't get it. But I mean, he's way off. Yeah, he gets a toe on it.
Yeah, he is off. He is offside, Aubameyang.
You're not going to get this one, Arsenal.
Now the check is complete. The offside decision confirmed. Not for the first time.
If Odegaard's shot went in and he didn't touch it, would be 2-0, no problem. And now Emmanuel Dennis is about to come off for Arsenal. No, for Watford, sorry.
On his return to the side after suspension.
Cucho Hernandez, number 29, is about to come on. The Colombian.
On comes the Colombian, Cucho Hernandez.
Cucho Hernandez. Bloody hiccups. And forget,
Now West Ham against
Liverpool is on later on.
Super Sunday.
And I will be live streaming that. And also, I should have a guest come in later on. Doesn't support either teams, but he said he might. He said he'll join me.
11 for the fourth successive Premier League game. One change for Liverpool from the side that performed so well in midweek in the Champions League. Andy Robertson's back.
Andy Robertson is back for Liverpool. Right, here's the teams for later on. West Ham, Fabianski, Ben Johnson, Cresswell, Ogbonna, Zuma, Soucek, Rice, Bowen, Benrahma, Fornals, and Antonio. An unchanged West Ham team. Liverpool, Alisson, Alexander-Arnold, Robertson, Van Dijk, Matip, Fabinho, Henderson, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Salah, Mane, and Jota. That is your team. They are your teams for West Ham, Liverpool, straight after this today.
For all the improvements that Arsenal have had over recent weeks since those successive defeats at the start of the season, clean sheets here at the Emirates have been in pretty short supply. 15 minutes to play. You wouldn't rely on them seeing the job through. You feel they might need a second.
Yeah, certainly make the end to this game more comfortable, but always had the makings of an awkward-looking contest. This against the Watford side, desperate for points. A team that wasn't going to commit too many men forward. It's going to make life difficult. See, they haven't asked too many questions.
Watford have done better on shots. They've had 4 shots compared to Arsenal's 9, but they've had no shots on target. That's the difference between this game.
Burnley scored with their first effort on target late on with Mate Vidra.
Very cold.
With 11 wins in 14 Premier League meetings. That's the tail of the tape for Arsenal against Watford. On track to improve that. His record actually in his first 100 games in charge is pretty impressive when you compare it against Arsene Wenger. I think George Graham, the last Arsenal manager, with a better record over that first sample of matches.
Yeah, better win ratio than Wenger. That will surprise everybody, I think.
Anyway.
There we go, that's the direct comparison.
Lokonga.
Odegaard, delightful.
Here is Tavares. Is it two? No. Will Odegaard make a shot? No. Smith Rowe. He was very close then to double Arsenal's lead.
Seeking a second for himself.
And a second for himself as well.
There's some lovely play here. First of all, the pass, then the touch from Tavares. It's a beauty. Arsenal getting extremely close to that second goal. Smith Rowe close to his second.
Plenty of use, the Kevin Friend whistle this afternoon. This time it's a free kick for Arsenal. How did they see this through? The 3 points that would take them level with West Ham ahead of the second part of Super Sunday. It's going to be interesting to see when they come up against some of the big guns just after the international break. Liverpool and Manchester United in their next 3 games.
Oh yeah, of course it is.
Examinations away.
Both away as well, Anfield and Old Trafford.
Context to this recent upturn.
I think it's a free kick to Watford here. Gabriel tries to see if João Pedro's okay.
Another yellow card.
Well, it's a bouncing high ball which is cleared. And João Pedro ducking into it a touch, but it's a dangerous boot.
It's a yellow for Gabriel. That's Gabriel's first booking of the season.
And at times it's been a fractious, foul-peppered contest. That's the 7th yellow card we've seen so far, that was shown to Gabriel. Arsenal's 4th.
It's a free kick to the Hornets.
Cucho Hernandez. It's the man who will take this. Sissoko.
Oh, that was well over from Sissoko.
And the Arsenal defence congratulate themselves. High fives all round on a job well done.
Well, he got caught offside when he put it in the net. Whether Odegaard's shot needed any kind of a touch, it might just have gone in off the post. We'll never know.
Sorry.
When you're a striker, though, you just naturally go for those. You can't afford to leave it in case it is missing, but
Aubameyang. Odegaard looking for Smith Rowe. Cathcart able to cushion it back to Foster. 10 to play. Emil Smith Rowe's goal is the decisive factor at the moment. Saka.
Just under 10 minutes to go. The North London side leading the Hertfordshire side 1-0 as it stands. It's too easy for Aaron Ramsdale.
Aaron Ramsdale. Different look to the Arsenal side these days. The manager having plenty of backing as he builds the team in his own image. It's taken a while. There have been some ups and downs. Josh King
looking for an equaliser for Watford then, but again, the ball comfortably rolls to Ramsdale.
Mikel Arteta, Josh Kroenke, giving him full backing in every sense.
Yeah, I mean, highest net spend in Europe. You can't knock them for the money they produced.
An investment in the future as well. That QR code you can see on your screen, take a picture of that and you will get the full version, all 25 minutes of the exclusive interview he did with Jeff Shreves. Some fascinating stuff in there about the plans for the future, about the takeover or potential takeover. Daniel Eck, the Spotify billionaire.
It says the club receives offers to buy them all the time.
Cucho Hernandez. Thought about it, Tavares. Up and not away by Gabriel. Oh, the landscape of a 1-0 scoreline going into the dying moments of the match with Watford side with precious little to lose, given that context, leads to inevitable nerves, and you can feel them jangling around the Emirates. The fans responding, trying to give the vocal backing.
Yeah, I mean, they've had more than one opportunity to go a couple of goals up. A bit like that Chelsea game yesterday, as you said, Bill. But would it turn out the same?
Femenia. Ramsdale
gets it out. Watford looking dangerous here.
Precious little so far, Aaron Ramsdale in the Arsenal goal. Well, Watford will be encouraged.
Is that natural tendency just to try and hang on to what you've got already, so you take a step or two back?
Kuska. Allowed to carry a long way and shoot. I think he wants a little more pressure on the ball. Mohamed El-Neni.
El-Neni's about to come on for Arsenal.
Yeah, they're going to beat things up in midfield. Looks like Emil Smith-Rowe is going to be the man withdrawn, the goal scorer.
Arsenal go more. Arteta wants to go more defensively to hold on to this 1-0 win for them as it stands. Oh! And Josh King gets the side netting. Very fortunate, Aaron Ramsdale. Much as I've been saying how well he's been doing for Arsenal so far this season, but that's his first major moment for the Gunners. Josh King hits the side netting, and Watford could have easily been level.
Whether he regretted the idea or the execution of it. No reaction, a combination of both, I would suggest. Hearty applause all around the Emirates for a job well done by Emil Smith-Rowe. Aubameyang, a happy recipient.
Can Arsenal get a second? Here's Aubameyang.
Up it goes through the gears.
Gets past Danny Rose, but it's too late.
Too heavy with the touch. Well, they were rock bottom, weren't they? After 3 games, Arsenal, the only way was up after that start, and so it's improved. Closing in on a 3rd successive Premier League win. 10 games unbeaten. Looking good value for that at the moment. Now ball against Sarr. Cucho Hernandez.
Goes straight to Ramsdale.
Having to earn his money the last 10 minutes or so of this match.
Tavares.
Here's Tavares.
By Maitland-Niles.
He's on the run here, Tavares.
Tavares. He stepped out into trouble. Kuchka upends him. He's already been good. Kuchka.
It's a red. It's a red. Kuchka's off, and rightly so. Second yellow, red card. He's off.
If you miss time, you miss the ball, you're always going to be in trouble. He knows his coaches, man. He knows that. He's
Yeah,
from a distance.
that's the second yellow. That's a yellow card. That's the second yellow. He's off. Kuchka has been sent off, and Watford are down to 10 men.
Well, you said it when he got his
For that challenge on Tavares.
He's not the sort of player. It's easy to play for a long period of time on a yellow.
Kuchka's first red card of the season.
Nearly got that, but not.
And it's going to end disappointingly for Watford as the Hornets go down to 10.
Watford will play this out with 10 men, and another opportunity for Arsenal to find the so far elusive second. Odegaard scored a lovely free kick up at Burnley, didn't he? He has the ball in his hands. Ben Foster, who's already denied Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang from 12 yards. It's about double that distance. So you see what either Aubameyang or Odegaard can muster. Odegaard, the left-footed option. Aubameyang, the right.
Free kick, Arsenal. Either Aubameyang or Odegaard is going to take it. We're nearly into stoppage time.
Odegaard, a deflection behind for an Arsenal.
And it goes wide. It is a corner, though, for Arsenal with the deflection. How many added minutes are they going to be?
Tagged on 6 added minutes.
6! Wowzers.
Courtesy of all the fouls, the stoppages, plus the substitutions.
Well, the ratio of their goals from set pieces.
Arsenal's corner.
50% now. A chance to improve on that here. Tavares.
El Neni. Oh, Foster saves it. Arsenal keep it in. Saka. Looking for the second to wrap this up for Arsenal.
Sissoko.
But Sissoko intercepts for Watford. Odegaard doesn't quite bring him down. Here's Josh King.
Well, there's still something in this for Watford, and they know it.
Giving it away is El Neni.
Didn't realise that Odegaard was in such close proximity.
Lokonga.
So Tavares with Aubameyang waiting in the middle.
Tavares' shot goes straight to the cycling GK, Ben Foster.
Letting the young fullback know.
Dangerous tackle from Aubameyang, who's been booked.
Hernandez.
Hernandez. King couldn't get the touch. Sarr gives chase.
Ismail Sarr
The Arsenal
tries to give
players
as
do
much
well,
chase as
and,
possible for Watford.
fans will be relieved to see
But
the
decisions
flag
goes against the Hornets'
reacted
way.
really well to that travelling effort, Ben Foster.
Yeah, he couldn't have done too much more for his team, Ben Foster, today. Maybe unsighted, a touch by Sissoko as well.
Gabriel Martinelli on to try and help Arsenal across the line.
A lot more to come from him. He had that golden spell, didn't he, when he first burst onto the scene. He's had a dip since then. He's had injuries, of course, but a really talented player.
Yeah, it's felt that every time he's threatening to have a decent run in the side.
Saka's coming off. Martinelli's coming on for the last few minutes.
Comes off to allow the introduction of the exciting young Brazilian. With all the problems they had in the opening weeks of the season with COVID and injuries and such like, he did get a couple of starts in that opening week or so of the campaign.
Watford also make a substitution.
On one final throw of the dice,
Ashley Fletcher comes on for Craig Cathcart right at the end.
Centre forward, off goes Craig Cathcart.
The ex-Plymouth Argyle defender comes off.
Tavares. Good pressure by Niles and Aubameyang. Lokonga. Martinelli.
Here's Gabriel Martinelli. Odegaard's on his right. Aubameyang and Maitland-Niles are in the middle, waiting.
Martinelli.
Martinelli.
Back to Odegaard.
It's gone back to Martin Odegaard.
Martinelli again. They're enjoying themselves in the corner in the closing stages.
João Pedro wins it though. Then Tomiyasu wins it back for Arsenal. Less than 2 minutes to go. Aubameyang, shot blocked.
Tavares. Maitland-Niles outside him.
Maitland-Niles.
He's done well, Maitland-Niles coming. He's been really solid. Not spectacular, but moved the ball on. He's defensively been sound. Good to see.
Well, it seems as good a time as any.
And Ainsley Maitland-Niles has been named man of the match. Terrific performance from him on his return.
He's a talented boy, and when asked, he's
Here's Hernandez for Watford. Less than 1 minute to go. Ben White tries to clear it. El Neni. Gabriel.
King. Up and away by Mohamed El Neni.
He's another player that's had a good game, Ben White, alongside Gabriel. That's a really good partnership developing now.
Well, it hasn't always been pretty this afternoon. Arsenal have needed to use the grit to get across the line. Needed a little deflection on the shot from Emil Smith-Rowe, but they're nearly there.
Here's Martinelli against Sissoko.
After the difficult start to the season continues. Down goes Martinelli. Free kick. And there may just be time to take it.
This is surely the last kick of the game.
8 Premier League games unbeaten. 20 points it'll be from a possible 24. Moving in the right direction.
And there we go. Full time. Arsenal beat Watford and hold on to the 1-0 lead. After 2 goals disallowed, they do get their goal. And it is enough. Emil Smith-Rowe's goal is enough for Arsenal to take 3 points. Mikel Arteta and Claudio Ranieri have a discussion. They don't look very pleased at each other.
There looks like a little bit of disagreement and discussion.
It does, yeah. There does look like disagreements between Arteta and Ranieri.
Which we'll have a look at in just a moment. With Claudio Ranieri unhappy. I think the feeling is that Arsenal should have thrown the ball back to Watford when it went out of play. Just before Emil Smith-Rowe managed to put his foot through. Really good finish that it was.
Yeah, no, it was.
But just were not happy with the incident that led to that goal, and they had to have something special to beat Ben Foster today. He was imperious, certainly in that first half penalty save as well, but still couldn't.
And yet, Watford couldn't find a way through.
The season, 3 points for Arsenal.
Everton and Tottenham drew 0-0 at Goodison Park.
It is their first draw of the season.
And Leeds and Leicester drew 1-1 at Ellen Road.
0-0 finish at Goodison Park. Mason Holgate sent off late on there. And it's finished 1 apiece between Leeds and Leicester at Ellen Road. Rafinha with his 5th of the season. Harvey Barnes with the equaliser. You can see the goals in the highlight clips.
All draws today apart from the Arsenal results. That is the end of the stream. Full time. Arsenal 1, Watford 0.
To the right place to see all the action.